Eren Yeager, arguably one of the best anime characters of all time. When it comes to writing, anime adaptations, or even his general appearance alone, there's so many pros to this guy. Also, this is my first video, so if you want more anime content, then please subscribe. In the anime Attack on Titan, we first see Eren sleeping under a tree, getting woken up by his childhood friend, Mikasa, who points out his tears, and Eren mentions how her hair got longer over time. It's interesting, because it's a foreshadowing to her in later chapters, in Season 4 of the anime as well. Eren in the story, he depicts a child who is strong-willed. We know he's passionate based on how he acts, when it comes to how he treats the soldiers when they drink off the job. This is the story of Attack on Titan. Eren is so passionate and strong-willed that when he wants to join the Survey Corps and his mom tells him no and how it's too dangerous, he compares the people who don't go outside the walls to caged birds, which also foreshadows the plot of Attack on Titan. Eren gains the philosophy to move beyond the walls after he reads a book with Armin showing off what is behind the walls, with exotic lands and amazing landscapes. Eren in the early volumes of the manga, he has a simplistic shonen and seinen type character. He was a normal boy who secretly possessed the ability to Titan shift, following the definition of the shonen category, having a goal and secret abilities that no one knows about. Eren slowly starts changing throughout the story. Once he finds out there's more people behind the walls, and after his incidents with Reiner and Bertold, he finds out that those people are his enemy, and they cannot be trusted and they must be eliminated. Eren's under that influence, and he thinks that Reiner's being harbored with Marley. So, going into the time skip for Attack on Titan Season 4, he injures himself and goes under an alias called Kruger. While staying undercover in Marley, he takes in Falco in order to get closer to Reiner, using Falco. But this new form of Eren has a different philosophy. He's just like Reiner at this point in the story. He ate the same food as he did, pretended to be a comrade, made friends in Marley even. He is just like Reiner, the spy. After Willie announces Eren Yeager is an enemy of Marley, Falco asks Eren who the letters were sent to in the basement. Eren had Falco mail letters to his friends back on Paradise Island. Reiner begging for death from an unsympathetic Eren. Then Eren tells Reiner that he will keep moving forward until he crushes all of his enemies. Reiner not being the only one, but anybody who can challenge and will challenge Eren's freedom and his family and friends. After Eren's reunion with Reiner, he then meets up with Armin and Mikasa. However, shortly after this fateful reunion, a longtime friend of Eren and his friends, Sasha, has an inevitable death. She gets shot by Gabby in the abdomen area and bleeds out on the aircraft device. Eren is visibly upset in the manga and kind of laughs in the anime. This is because when he has to pretend the death of an Eldian didn't matter to him because of Zeke's plan to wipe out Paradise. In the anime, Season 4 Part 2, or very late into the manga, Eren fights against almost everyone of Paradise. The Jaegers are fighting against Falco and Reiner and Annie. All this happening makes an amazing climax in the manga and anime. But right before the rumbling can commence, Eren gets his head shot off clean by Gabby. Zeke catches his head, and Zeke puts Eren's loyalty to the test in the paths. Eren, to see if he would euthanize the Eldian people, which he chooses not to, instead tries to betray Zeke. Zeke exposes the fact of how Eren was never in control. Zeke tells Eren how Ymir only obeys those with royal blood, and Eren doesn't have royal blood. Ymir is a slave to those of royal blood, and doesn't have the free will needed to do what she wants, only what the royals want, due to her being in love with King Fritz. Zeke tries to wake up Eren to the truth that Grisha manipulated Eren, quote-unquote, ever since he was a child, and Zeke and Eren go through Grisha's memories one by one. Grisha goes to meet with the founder at the time to get the founding Titan. Eren sees that Grisha says he can't do it, and Eren deceives his own father by showing him the future with the Attack Titan power to see Attack Titan's memories. Eren explains to Grisha to not give up, even in death. Then Grisha goes manic and breaks down and kills all of the Reyes family, except for the father, because if the father is killed, then Eren wouldn't have gained the awareness and memories of himself from Historia when he kisses her hand. Zeke sees Grisha crying and screaming outside. Grisha tells Zeke that nothing Zeke had planned will see fit, and Eren is the one who will win in the end. Grisha breaking down, telling Zeke how he loves him and how he's sorry for being a horrible father towards him, after being manipulated by his son Eren. Eren breaks free of his shackles and the paths, and tells Ymir that she is her own person, and that she can choose to not obey the royals and not obey him, but if she does obey Eren, then Eren will get revenge on all of humanity. Ymir goes with Eren and gives Eren the power of the Founder. For once, we see Ymir's face, including her two eyes, knowing Ymir isn't a slave anymore of the royals. It's said in this panel, slaves don't need two eyeballs by the king, and we can now see both of her eyeballs visibly. Eren activates the rumbling and kills people by the boatload. After Hanji's death, when Eren's friends see them in the paths once more, they charge to Eren's direction, and he says in order to hold freedom, he must take it from everybody else, except for his friends. His friends have the freedom to even try and stop Eren and Ymir if they want, to end the rumbling, but he has the free will to do the rumbling, and Ymir has the free will to try and stop them. It shows Eren's face, and neither him or Ymir have eyes like everybody else is shown. They are blank. While everyone is fighting off the will of Ymir, Armin is trying to figure out in the paths how to return to the real world, and Zeke tells him the true meaning of life, multiplication. And even after knowing it, Armin still wants to return because his friends are in the real world. And Zeke and Armin learn the way to get back to the real world and get everybody stuck in the paths out, because the paths are described a place where life and death are meaningless. And when Zeke comes back, he gets Levi's attention, and right before Levi kills him, Zeke shows his character once more and notices that it is a beautiful day outside, and he wishes that he had seen that earlier. After all that he's done, it is too late to ask for that. Mikasa eventually gets talked to by Eren, and Eren tells her to forget about him and to live her life based on what she wants, not based on Eren's goals or philosophies. Mikasa refuses to do it, tightening the scarf around her neck visibly. Mikasa, eventually infiltrating the mouth of the Titan holding Eren, she cuts to the nape, killing Eren, ultimately ending the rumbling once and for all. Armin and Eren talk in the paths, and Eren reveals his goals, that he wanted to eliminate 80% of humanity, to strip away their ability to wage war against Paradise Island. Then, Eren explains that it wasn't him that made Ymir move on from her curse of love for King Fritz, but Mikasa instead. And Eren doesn't know why, only Ymir knows why. After the rumbling, Mikasa, she buries Eren's grave, and puts his head under the tree, like she promised in the war. Then, she's laying down there, and a bird shows up, a white bird. It shows up, and it puts a scarf around Mikasa's neck, and that bird is represented to be Eren. As that bird flies away, Mikasa says, "Thank you, Eren." That is the end of Attack on Titan. Eren did all of this to really push his friends towards development. That way they can live with free will, including Mikasa. Because Mikasa, being able to kill the person that she had that obsession with, the large attachment she had for Eren, because she was able to kill Eren. That just means she was able to truly develop in character and live on her own free will and not be based on Eren's. This goes for Armin as well, along with Levi and many other characters in the show that I just didn't feel like mentioning. That is the real story of Attack on Titan. And also, this is just a loosely based interpretation of what I saw Attack on Titan as. Of course, everyone's going to have their own different opinions and views of what the story of Attack on Titan means.